Aloha! In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the HawKeys program for Windows to easily insert ʻOkinas and kahakōs into any program you're using on Windows where you want to insert ʻōlelo Hawaiʻi. Now, of course, you can always install the Hawaiian language keyboard in Windows to get access to those characters from your keyboard, but I found that it's kind of a hassle to have to switch back and forth between the regular keyboard I'm using, the English keyboard, to the Hawaiian keyboard just when I want to use a Hawaiian word, or even when I'm writing in Hawaiian, I don't need a whole separate keyboard for that and having to remember which one I'm in, especially considering it replaces your single quotation mark with the ʻOkina all the time, and that may mess you up when you're trying to write, you're switching back into English. So I wrote this little program, and I'm going to show you how to use it today. So first we're going to go to the HawKeys website. It's up here on GitHub, and the link will be in the description. And so just scroll down through here, and you can see that it's available on the Microsoft Store, so that's how we're going to be installing it today for Windows 10. For those of you who are not on Windows 10, you can still install HawKeys. It's just a simple download, and there are instructions here on how to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and install it from the Microsoft Store, so I'm going to click on the link here. And now that I'm on the Microsoft Store page for HawKeys, I can go ahead and hit install. It's going to open up the Microsoft Store app. So now I'm in the Store app, and I'm going to go ahead and hit install. And this should be really quick. It's really a small little program. And the idea is you'll just have this running in the background all the time and letting you insert your ʻOkinas and kahakōs in whatever program you happen to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and hit launch. Now there's installed. And here's the little program. So let me get this out of the way. And you can see it's just a small little window here, and it just has the instructions on how to use it. You're just going to press Alt plus the single quotation mark to insert an ʻOkina, and Alt plus a vowel to insert that vowel with a kahakō on it. And to show how that works, I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to open up Notepad. So you can see I'm still just writing normally. I can write the vowels really quickly like that. Or if I hold Alt, I can do A-I-O-U very quickly with the kahakōs. And of course, if you hold Shift, then you'll get the capitals with the kahakōs. Also, like as you can see, I just pressed the normal quotation mark. That's a normal quotation mark. And then if I, some of you may be used to putting in the backtick here. But with HawKeys, now I can just hold Alt, hit that single quotation mark, and voila, I have an actual ʻOkina entered in the text. So now I can say things like, oh yeah, right, he is a man. I can just put that in without having to switch keyboards. It's very fluent and very easy to just quickly insert those characters without having to run any other programs. As long as HawKeys is running, it will work, right? So I can just write anything, and it just works. So here's an example of it running here in Notepad, but just to prove that it works elsewhere in Windows, we're going to open the web browser back up. And I can go to Hawaiian Dictionary site, and if I do, right, I can go ahead and it works there. It'll work everywhere. You can use it in emails. You can use it if you're searching online, if you're writing an ʻōlelo Hawaiʻi anywhere. You have access to these characters without having to switch keyboards, without having to install anything else or manually copy and paste it from another website. Right, and I can like ʻOkina, right, with a real ʻOkina there. So another feature here, as you can see, if we go back to the HawKeys program, we have this checkbox to start minimizing the system tray, because if you minimize HawKeys, you'll see that it gets dropped down here in the system tray. So now it's hidden away, right? And yet everything still works. I can still access those letters. So you don't even need to have the program visible. It can be minimized, hidden away in your system tray, and you still have access to the characters. It still works everywhere. So now that we have that, You may decide, hey, I don't even want to see the window anymore, right? So you can just go ahead. If I just open it, double click, open this back up, right? I have this option here to start minimizing system tray. So that way, it'll automatically start down there in the system tray. You'll never see this window open. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I want to do that. And do I want to do it right now? Yes, I want to do that. So that's even more convenient. So now you can just run it and have it always hidden down there and still have access to, your ʻOkinas and kahakōs. Now, the final kind of thing that most common do is now you have it running all the time. If you wanted to just automatically start when your computer starts, that's really easy to do as well. So if I go and right click on my taskbar and go to Task Manager, as you can see, HawKeys is currently running, but I'm going to go ahead and hit more details here. And then if you go to the Startup tab, you'll see that HawKeys is now available. It tells Windows that it can be run at startup. So I can go ahead and click on this here and click on Enable. And now that it's enabled, HawKeys will run every time I start on my computer. It'll always be available. I never have to worry about whether or not I can type in Olelo Hawaii. I always have the characters ready for me, and I don't have to go searching for characters. I have it installed on all of my computers. It's super easy to do, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. So if you're interested, go ahead and try downloading HawKeys today. Thank you.